Oh. Oh. Oh, is this the previous cycle Finon?
Let wrath incinerate fate. Chaos.
Oh wait, that's how one of the Aeons looks like. Oh, which one was that? Wait. I did read about this. Wait. Eons. Okay, sorry. Wait. I'm gonna tell you which Eon this is. Wait, because that's very important. That one was... Where are they? News. If you look up news from Erudition, that's how they look. With the big red eye and the whole other shaboom thing around it. Sorry, I'm getting excited. I also didn't check whose POV are we having right now? March? Are we back with March? Is it March POV right now? Okay. I do think we are fighting the previous times fine in there. Because we have to get rid of the previous Catholic. So the executioner probably is a Finon from the previous cycle. Is my guess. I'll say.
At last, Amphorius's fate.
You're very cute. You're helping with my addiction here. Oh, Lygus is back. Why is Lygus back? I thought he's dead.
Your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that Eon's gaze, which can awaken the long-dormant instinct inside a man.
That sounds so wrong. Yes, it's Wednesday. Wednesday is update day.
Much like that scepter we spoke of earlier, it was only under the same Eon's glance that it was reborn. That's right. If you recall, I mentioned it at the very start of our play. The celestial body neuron, once belonging to the Erudition, abandoned
insert
by
name the third?
Eon.
Is it the one who started 2 wars? Kinda? And got assassinated twice?
Now, allow me to reveal the final piece of the puzzle for you.
Yeah, please.
The eternal land, known as Amphorius, is nothing more than the scepter's endless, lonely extrapolation.
Extrapolation meaning. I'm sorry, I gotta look that up. The action of estimating or concluding something by assuming that existing trends will continue or current method. Oh. Okay. So by repeating something over and over and over and expecting like the same outcome, or like, you know, something that will always like be the same, like with a sinus curve or something. Okay, I see.
A bottomless well of fury.
Why are we having golden blood?
Aimed at the god who cast it aside.
Oh, we're back with Amphorius' symbol. Final era nova before the eternal recurrence begins.
Finon. We set out on this journey to answer the world's desire, didn't we?
Did we?
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur. So has it always been.
Then why? Why must Amphorius' wishes be so cruel?
Do they think because we know that the scepter is a thing carefully, do they think that is Noose's quote gaze? From being thrown away? like reproducing it?
We made the best choices we could.
Yeah,
Whenever
exactly
we
that.
could.
The way that she has the psych thingy. That this quote, let's call him Executioner. The previous cycle's Phynon, I think. Also has. Oh, the music in the background.
But in the end, the prophecy that led us, this black tide swallowing everything. Why does it look like this?
You see it too. Those burn marks. The flickering cubes.
Can you show this?
They're not a tide at all.
Put this one. Pretty. Do you also know what this reminds me of? We're back with Genshin. I mentioned Genshin today already once. I can't believe I'm mentioning it a second time. At the very start, in Tava, before we falling, that weird goddess thing also put us into these weird cubes. And we also know that the sky above Tavad is also fake. So you know. And we also know that Hoyo loves to make the Hoyoverse a Hoyoverse.
They're more like a shattered teleslate.
Standing here, the voices of Titans have never been clearer. Turns out, they were coming from the black tide all along.
Were the very first Titan created by the Black Tide? Because the very first Titans couldn't be previous humans. Because it was the very first cycle. The first time it started.
Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator, at its god.
Phynon, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream. A dark, cold room with nothing but Onyx's curtain glowing like crystal.
Is it a six-faced crystal like March?
The curtain seemed to contain all of Amphorius, where strange and fantastic dramas played out within. There were countless versions of us, from countless different worlds.
Do you know? Do you know?
Perhaps it wasn't a dream.
Yeah. As I gaze out at the world before me, those sorrowful thoughts have become reality. So, this is the reason the sky was sealed. Amphorius is merely a larger ID Silicii.
Like I mentioned.
We are just characters in this tiny world, following the prophecy, stepping onto the same journey over and over.
To see if there is a different outcome.
What then is this so-called Era Nova?
Just a clean wipe. To restart and see if you change certain things, if there will be a different outcome.
And what are the spectators watching all of this truly hoping for?
And that's the big question, which one it is?
As a reward for reaching the end of the world, let me answer your questions.
That is this insert guy the third now, isn't it? The one who despises all living beings because they're not perfect, because they're flawed, and wants to get rid of them.
As the Theoros, I have observed. Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life formed.
Which timeline are we in? Why is Sarini here?
This
Is this the very first
is a
time?
moment the universe will remember. After millions of extrapolations, the experimental environment known as Amphorius has finally achieved results.
Or is this the newest one now? I'm a bit lost. Which of the timelines we're in right now? Because we are not
So,
there.
The results you speak of.
I still is called final.
This wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past,
Do we
and
know that?
Chrysos heirs are the Titans
also know that.
of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights.
Model.
But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out
Has to be the
until
present one.
now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
Is that Black Tide the scepter?
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Caelynx's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds was born only to be destroyed by it.
Is this the 36th time and we were there for the 35th time? Because he did say the 36th time was the last one. And I think we were with the 35th time, weren't we?
This is the endpoint of Amphorius' calculations. A perfect equation of destruction.
Is there a nuke here?
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant numbers?
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire, there can be no sunrise tomorrow.
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation.
curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius's Chrysos heirs were, from the very beginning, fuel for the Aeon to burn the universe. Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496.
What kind of gamer tag is that? Not an anagram for Kevin. Not an anagram for Kaslana. 496.
Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model, and you two are the final factors. For you, the Era Nova is no lie. Just step forward, embrace the black tide, and accept the Aeon's gaze.
If I don't want to.
You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run toward the real universe, fulfilling Amphorius's long-held wish.
Of destruction?
In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Destruction having beef with erudition? I mean, destruction probably has beef with everyone. Aren't you? So that's the scepter thingy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending under the watchful eyes of the stars. But that also means that there isn't just one Aeon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Aeons.
We do know it's at least 3. Is it 4?
It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, your goal would naturally be achieved. Why go through the trouble?
I love you lots and lots and lots.
Thank you for your follow, Mav. Thank you. Yeah, why go through the trouble of explaining? You're like the typical written villain who thinks they got it, explaining you what is their big plan, and then everything goes to shite.
You're pretending. Revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us. Covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of Amphorius.
No, it's not.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars?
I challenge fate.
What
I'm
makes
willing.
you think you are capable of doing that?
They have me. I'm gonna jump out. Somewhere. Or March maybe is. We still need her. Eventually.
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya.
Are we finally getting rid of him? My god, the times we decapitated that guy and he still comes back. I don't trust her either.
A long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Wait, is this the very first time? Where are we in the timeline? Is this the first time after all?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream.
No, it can't be because Lygus was... Which time was this?
Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that eon will surely direct their gaze here.
I mean, they did when we came.
And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
But then we came along. And we took Orynyx's power. But we already were very naturally talented with... Oh, this is hurting my brain! Okay.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods, deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you...
But still my fear was correct that Serene was banking on a different outcome. With these endless cycles, which she apparently is. Because the OG plan was destruction? Really? Your OG plan was the nuke? I'm still confused why she has the nuke things around her arms though. Still confused about that part.
Alright, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So, come on, cheer up a bit, okay?
No, I'm not gonna say that, Fury. Wanted to say something with regards to March, I'm not gonna say it now. We'll see. We'll see if that's gonna be true.
You will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey. And then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice. Erasing time, again and again. Resetting time over and over. After all, they're all me. And I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world.
Do you know where we found March? In what type of way? No memories? No nothing? You do see similarity? You know? I let you put one and one together what I think, but you know?
Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the Black Tide, I'll become their vessel to prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end.
So the Flame Raver is the previous Finan who took all those core flames into himself, corrupting himself. Cat, stop that. But why would he? Oh, he does say. That's the reason why he also says not to. Oh, that makes sense.
Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world.
Could be a Ghibli movie with a sad ending.
Fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story.
That's why he also has both weapons.
I believe that in that story, or in countless stories, each alike yet unique, everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
And
If we
we
can
will
never
become the
break free
deliverer,
from
huh?
this prison, I will stand my ground until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Caelynx.
Here we go. I was being curious when they're gonna say Caelynx, huh?
As the Theros I have observed, instruction and synthesis is formed.
Oh, okay, we're back in my timeline. Okay. Ow. Ow, everything's shattering. Oh god.
I will wait for that day, for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever the universe and bones in her
Oh, are we getting those memories as well?
ever was.
Yeah, we're going back to 0.
That will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right?
That's how the first cycle began. Oh, I'm having goosebumps. Oh, that's so good.